Have you ever wondered why you were born into this specific family? Why you face such particular challenges or feel an unexplainable connection to certain people? What if I told you that none of this is random, but rather a choice made even before your birth? The idea that the soul plans its journey before incarnating may seem mystical, but many spiritual traditions and even near-death experiences suggest that there's much more to our existence than we imagine. Every pain, every joy, and every encounter may have been carefully chosen by you for a greater purpose. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating process your soul goes through before coming into the world. You'll discover how your pre-incarnation choices shaped your current life, why certain challenges arise on your path, and how this perspective can transform the way you live. Get ready for a deep journey that may forever change how you see your own existence. Why would souls make choices before birth? How does it work? Many spiritual traditions believe that earthly life is not random, but a great learning experience. Before incarnating, the soul reviews its past lives and decides what experiences it needs to go through to continue its evolution. This means that our challenges, talents, encounters, and even hardships are part of a greater plan. But why would someone choose to go through difficult moments? The answer lies in the pursuit of growth. Imagine that your soul wants to learn about forgiveness. To do that, it may plan to be born into a family where it will face betrayals or conflicts to develop this ability. Similarly, if it wishes to learn about unconditional love, it may choose an emotionally challenging scenario to experience that lesson in practice. Before birth, the soul also meets with a group of spiritual beings known as mentors or spirit guides. They help map out the blueprint of the future life, showing possible paths and challenges that may arise. However, this doesn't mean everything is set in stone. The soul still has free will to make decisions along the way. But certain key events are planned with a higher purpose. Another important point is that souls make agreements with other souls. These agreements, known as spiritual contracts, determine who will be our parents, siblings, friends, and even our enemies. Often, someone who causes us pain in this life may actually be a beloved soul who agreed to play that role to teach us something valuable. But if the soul chose all of this before birth, why don't we remember? The answer lies in the veil of forgetfulness. When we are born, our consciousness is limited to the earthly experience, and memories of the spiritual plan remain hidden. This happens because if we remembered everything, we wouldn't fully experience life's lessons. The idea is for learning to happen naturally through daily experiences and choices. This perspective can completely change how we see life's challenges. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can reflect, "What did my soul want to learn from this?" Sophia always felt that her life was full of challenges. Since childhood, she had a difficult relationship with her mother, who seemed distant and cold. At school, she was often rejected by classmates, and in adulthood, her romantic relationships were always complicated. Over time, Sophia began to wonder, why does all this happen to me? Then, in the midst of a deep emotional crisis, she decided to seek answers. During a spiritual regression session, she accessed surprising memories of a moment before her birth. She saw herself in a space of light, surrounded by loving beings. There, she realized that her soul had chosen exactly that life, with all its challenges, for a greater reason. She understood that her mother, despite her coldness, was a soul who had agreed to teach her emotional independence. The classmates who rejected her at school were part of a spiritual agreement to help her learn self-worth and confidence. Even her frustrating relationships had a purpose, to teach her to love herself before seeking love in another. Upon realizing this, Sophia felt an immense peace. She saw that she was not a victim of fate, but a soul on a journey. From that moment on, her perspective on life changed completely. Instead of resenting her challenges, she started seeing them as opportunities for growth. Over time, her relationship with her mother improved. She built true friendships, and she found a relationship based on respect and self-love. Sophia understood that before birth, her soul already knew exactly what she needed to learn in this life, and everything was happening as it should. In the spiritual realm, before incarnating, the soul undergoes a deep process of planning and preparation. This moment is sacred and involves several stages that ensure the next life will be an opportunity for growth and learning. The first step in this ritual takes place in what many call the Hall of Mirrors, or the life planning temple. There, the soul reviews past lives, observing mistakes and successes, lessons learned, and unresolved challenges. This review is essential because it reveals what still needs to be worked on. After this analysis, the soul meets with its spiritual mentors. These beings of light help outline the map of the next incarnation, indicating which experiences will be most valuable for its evolution. At this stage, the soul can see possible futures, evaluating which journey will be most beneficial. Then comes the selection of spiritual contracts. The soul connects with other souls who will be part of its next life. Parents, siblings, friends, lovers, and even adversaries. Each one assumes a role in the great theater of life, helping in mutual learning. Another crucial step is defining the main challenges. The soul doesn't choose only happy moments, it also selects obstacles that will help it grow. Some people choose to deal with illnesses, losses, or emotional difficulties, always with a greater purpose. After defining all these elements, the soul passes through the veil of forgetfulness. This veil ensures that upon being born, it does not consciously remember its plan, allowing the experience to be lived authentically. If we remembered everything, we wouldn't learn in the same way. And then comes the great moment. The soul dives into matter, reincarnating in a new body, ready to live everything it has chosen. But how can we access this wisdom and remember, at least partially, what our soul has chosen? That's what we'll explore next. Step by step, how your soul chose your current life. Let's begin with a review of past lives. The soul examines past incarnations, understanding what lessons were learned and what still needs to be developed. Meeting with spiritual mentors. Guides assist in planning the next life, showing different paths and possibilities for growth. Choosing a purpose and main challenges. The soul defines what it wants to learn in the upcoming life and selects the obstacles that will contribute to its evolution. Defining important relationships. The soul chooses key figures in its journey, including parents, partners, friends, and even rivals, all with a greater purpose. Choosing the body and life conditions. The soul decides on physical traits, health conditions, and the environment in which it will be born. The veil of forgetfulness. Upon reincarnating, the soul forgets its plan so that learning happens naturally through experiences. The journey begins, and every challenge and encounter holds a lesson from the soul's blueprint. Now that you know your soul chose this life before birth, take a moment to reflect. What challenges keep repeating? What connections evoke deep emotions? Nothing in your life is random. Everything has a higher purpose. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. Perhaps another soul is also searching for answers. And if you want to explore this knowledge further, consider practices like meditation, past life regression, or studying spiritual plans. Many answers are already within you. You just need to listen. Life is a school, and you as a soul are both the student and the teacher.